Hello, everyone. Good evening or good morning to you, depending on from your where you have logged in this live session. It is a pleasure to welcome you all to today's session on building smarter solutions with Power Platform. This event is hosted by DataCouch, and today we are honored to have our SME Mudit Khetan as our instructor for this session. We are excited to introduce Mudit, currently serving as principal consultant at DataCouch, where he consults on transformative business projects and delivers high impact corporate trainings. Mudit's expertise spans integrating generative AI into business processes, data analytics, and visualization, change management, business process re engineering, and leveraging automation with low code and no code platforms. With his innovative approach, Mudit empowers businesses to streamline operations and embrace future ready solutions. We look
We
forward
look
to his
forward to his
valuable
valuable
insights in his
insights.
today's. Before we begin, let me take a moment to introduce DataCouch. We are leaders in professional service delivery, specializing in generative AI, data engineering, cloud, blockchain, cybersecurity, agile, DevOps, data science based consulting, implementation, and training. Our offerings include consultancy, custom solution implementation, enablement services, and upskilling and training. In addition to our core offerings, we have a browser-based virtual lab solution, and we also offer managed services for infrastructure and human capital to meet the unique requirements of the organizations of all sizes and scale. We are excited to share that our global footprints has enabled us to transform the careers of over 150K professionals. Thanks to this growing community of learners, our expertise now spans cutting edge technologies like Web3, generative AI, big data, DevOps, and cloud, to name just a few, where we continue to push the boundaries of innovation. Highlighting our significant achievements, we have successfully partnered with Fortune 500 companies and global system integrators such as Infosys, Accenture, and TCS, as well as tech giants like Apple and Google, and financial corporations like PayPal and Bank of America, among others. Driven by our commitment to community and knowledge sharing, we have established three specialized meetup groups: AI Minds, Generative AI User Group, and All Things Data. With a membership of exceeding 25,000, our community has participated in over 200 such sessions, covering more than 100 diverse technologies and tools. We are honored to announce that Confluent has recognized our dedication to delivering exceptional technology education by naming us the only global education partner for the year 2022 and 2023. This recognition, received for the second consecutive year, underscores our leadership in providing cutting edge technology training and consultancy services on a global scale. As the first training delivery partner for Starburst Data and OneHouse, we are proud to forge and build upon strong partnerships with industry leaders. While some client name remain confidential, our collaborations include a global beverages and snack multinational, a premier North American payment solution provider, a cutting-edge cybersecurity and risk management platform, and a retail giant with operations across 5 continents. Now, I would like Mudit to take over the session.
Thank you, Amrita. Can I start sharing my screen? Just let me know if my screen is visible to you all now.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. Welcome. So, as Urmika mentioned, I'm Mudit Khetan, and I'll be taking you through a small demonstration and a journey on how do you elevate your business processes with Microsoft Power Platform. So, let us begin. So today our agenda is going to be that first of all, we are going to discuss about business challenges that are faced by businesses, most importantly, the small and medium scale businesses, because it is these businesses which are powering economies like the USA, the India, and every other economy. But when it comes to large businesses, they can invest in a lot of tech team and IT teams, but small businesses do not. So we are going to focus on the challenges. Then we are going to focus upon why there is a need for a platform such as Power Platform and what are the features that Power Platform offers us. including the various applications and tools that are part of the suite. And most importantly, how these applications and tools are going to solve the business problems for us. So that is what we are going to go about with. And in the end, we are going to end the session with a quick demonstration of two of the tools out of these five tools that are part of the Power Platform. So let us first of all discuss about the challenges that the businesses face. So first of all, there is the problem of fragmented systems that most business often struggle with using multiple and disconnected software tools. And this is a very acute problem with the small and medium scale businesses because they start using these tools as and when they require them and as and when they get financial muscle to acquire those kind of tools. And these fragmented systems make it difficult to maintain a seamless workflow and increasing inefficiencies in the overall processes. The lack of system integration leads to more manual processes, increasing the chances of errors. For example, transferring data between platforms manually can result in discrepancies, data misalignment, and sometimes can lead to data governance and data privacy issues as well. This fragmentation affects overall productivity and the ability of the business and the leaders to make well-informed decisions very swiftly. Then there is the problem of manual data handling. So as I highlighted in the previous point, sometimes fragmented tools can lead to manual data management, but many businesses still rely on manual data entry, which is not only time consuming, but it is also prone to human errors. There can be problems such as incorrect or incomplete data, which can lead to fraud. Sorry, Riddhi. Okay. So it can lead to problems such as incorrect or incomplete data being fed into the systems. And if a lot of such data gets into the system, it can lead to flawed insights and poor decision making on part of business managers and leaders. Manual processes, teams spend more time on administrative tasks, which slows down the operations. For example, if you want to follow up with a customer, then instead of the actual follow-up, you will be spending most of your time in managing the data of the customer rather than making the follow-ups and closing the deals with them. This efficiency can also reduce the reliability of the data, impacting business outcomes. So automating data handling processes will actually help improve both the accuracy and efficiency of operations, which would enable quicker and data-driven decisions. Then the next problem is that if these businesses go for a customized solution, which are adjusted to the specific use cases of the business or specific needs of the business, then they face significant challenges in that too. So these are, first of all, there is a lack of in-house technical expertise, which forces them to rely on external consultants, which can be both time-consuming and most importantly, very, very costly. The complexity of developing these tailored solutions requires a deeper understanding of coding and technical systems, which once again is a barrier for many small and medium-scale businesses. And the Power Platform simplifies this by enabling users to build custom apps, workflows, automations that we are going to see in a bit. The last problem from this slide would be that extended time to market or TTM cycles are going to be another problem for these businesses. So TTM or time to market is the time that it takes for a product to move from concept to customer availability, at least the MVP or a minimum viable product. So businesses that take too long to get their products into market may losing competitive advantages. Streamlining such development and deployment processes can be difficult and leading to extended timelines, and delay can result in missed opportunities. And most importantly, the inability of the business to respond to quickly changing market demands and conditions. Once again, Power Platform is going to help reduce TTM by enabling faster application development and automation, which will empower the teams, most importantly, the non-technical teams and managers and leaders to innovate without waiting for traditional IT cycles. Moving on to the next set of challenges that are there. So first of all, there is again a problem of real-time insights. Now, as you can see that most of the businesses tend to operate on online platforms, whether it is Amazon, whether it is Flipkart in case of India, and some other platforms that are there. So these businesses require a real-time insight into the operations of their business, how the customers are responding. Let's say if you're running a blog, then or you are running a digital services company, then you need the heat map of the customers, that where the customers are spending most of their time, what are the pages on which the customers are bouncing out of your website, and so on. So these outdated reports and static data, which is typically the bane of most small and medium enterprises, means that decision making is often delayed, and not having real-time insights can actually result and impact on missed opportunities once again, and the inability to respond to changing market conditions. We are going to see that how Power Platform is going to enable the creation of dashboards and reports that can pull in real-time data, providing businesses with up-to-date insights based upon these data. And this also is going to help them stay agile and make informed decisions faster. Next problem would be that there are high development costs. So as you all know, developing any solution or relying on a third-party solution is going to be very, very costly affair. And the cost of developing and maintaining such solutions, especially a customized solution that integrates every aspects of the business, or continuing with multiple disconnected tools, can be very high. So these businesses need to stay agile and responsive, but often lack the budget for expensive development and maintenance. Then there is a problem of limited scalability. Now, scalability is something that means that when there is a demand for your services, for example, the festival season is coming and there is going to be more demand, there is going to be more traffic on e-commerce websites. Let's say if the holidays are around the corner, if the vacations are around the corner, then again, streaming applications, whether it is Spotify or Amazon Prime or Netflix, they are going to have more users. So as the demand on your services grows, the business needs to scale its operations up. And when the demand goes down, the business needs to scale its operation down to save on the cost. So scalability is also a big challenge for small and medium scale enterprises, because first of all, they do not have an IT team that can predict the peak demand in busy season, as well as the IT teams are not probably geared enough to drive these kind of decisions, when to scale up and when to scale down. So that is going to be a big challenge for the businesses once again. Moving on to the last challenge that most businesses are facing is the lack of cross-functional solutions. Now, creating a solution that can cater to different departments within a business can be a complex and costly affair once again. Siloed tools and systems often hinder cross-departmental collaboration, communication, once again creating inefficiencies in the pipeline. We are going to see today how Power Platform offers integrated solutions that can be tailored to different departments, enhancing collaboration, can offer scalability, can reduce the cost of development, and most importantly, provide you with real-time insights going forward. Each of these challenges, the 8 challenges that I've mentioned, these are just the tip of the iceberg, but there are many operational and day-to-day challenges that business face. And these highlight the pain points that businesses, and especially the non-tech users within those businesses, face. Providing a perfect segue into discussing how Power Platform offers solutions that simplify workflows will help you reduce the errors and increase the overall operational efficiency. Any questions at this juncture by anyone about the challenges or anything? All right, moving on. So the next part of our discussion is going to be about what is Power Platform, what are its features, and what are some of the tools that are going to help us solve the challenges that I just highlighted. So Microsoft Power Platform is a compilation of various business applications. It is a low-code platform that is also available as a no-code option. Just to help you understand what is a low-code and no-code platform. For example, if you want to develop a mobile application or you want to develop a website that is responsive so that it can be used on multiple devices, typically multiple technologies are required, whether it is React, whether it is JavaScript, whether it is any other JavaScript framework, or whether it is server-side scripting, which includes, let's say, PHP or Python or Java. So multiple technologies are required. Then you need to take care of the web servers and other things also. So those kind of things require you to have an extensive background as well as experience in coding platforms. Now, a low-code platform is a platform which requires you to have basic understanding of coding with some help from, let's say, a scripting knowledge, and you can make the changes to the design of the application that has been presented to you. And a no-code platform or a no-code option is something that allows you to develop a fully functional application, which might not be the best looking application, but which is going to fulfill all your functional needs without having any experience, literally having zero experience in any kind of coding backgrounds. So that is the low code and the no code options. So this actually enables non-tech users, most importantly, the business users who have the domain expertise of their business, who have the operational knowledge of the processes that they want to automate, but have zero experience when it comes to technical knowledge, to actually create applications and websites and automations using the tools that are provided by Power Platform with a simple functionality such as drag and drop and simplified user interfaces. Now, this little to no programming experience is something that is going to be the game changer when it comes to Power Platform. And it is suitable for companies of any size in any industry and can be used by anyone from an IT novice to a programming expert. Because obviously at the back, behind the scenes, whenever you are developing an application, whether it is using a low code, no code platform such as Power Platform, some code is generated. So if you are a programming expert, then Power Platform also allows you to customize the applications to include more complex logic, business logic into the applications, and more importantly, to update and change the interface as you like. But even a novice can start working with these tools. So due to these three operating levels, it can be used by anyone. Let us just discuss different kind of levels that are available for this thing. So first of all, you have users without any programming knowledge. Then you have power users, such as IT teams, but which are not very proficient in coding. And then you have experts, which are programmers who have expertise in not only programming, but also in the Power Platform suite of languages and tools, which can customize and give you more customized solutions for your problems. All right. Okay, so what all I do need as a business owner to upgrade my organization so that they can use Power Platform in a day-to-day basis? Okay, Harshit, that's a great question. So I'm just going to answer that question in a bit. And if in 5 minutes, if your question is not answered, please let me know. Okay. Now, why do we need to choose Power Platform, which is going to help us move ahead with this thing? And most likely it is going to be the answer for Harshit's question. So first of all, it is going to be a cost-efficient solution. One of the major advantages of using Power Platform is its ability to significantly reduce your development and maintenance cost. So instead of investing in multiple and disparate tools for software development and maintenance and operations, the business can operate on a single unified platform that is going to handle everything from data automation to application development. So no multiple tools are required, only a single platform is required. This approach minimizes the need for purchasing and managing multiple software licenses, as well as the cost associated with integrating all of those systems with each other and hiring people who are experts in different tools. So all those costs are automatically saved. The unified platform also reduces the reliance on external developers or costly IT services, which are going to be very cost-effective solution for businesses of all sizes. The next benefit is scalability. So Power Platform is designed to scale alongside the business as it grows. So for example, if the company is a small startup or a large enterprise, the platform's flexibility allows it to adapt and expand its functionality as needed. If you're a small business, you can easily add new users. You can build more complex apps as the team grows and the team domain expertise also grows in IT, or automate additional processes without having to overhaul the entire system that have been developed in the past. So all these systems, all those processes that you have already automated, all those applications that you have already built, if you are adding a new dimension, a new vertical to your business, if you are adding a new role to your business, if you are adding new functionalities, or if you are introducing new processes to your business, those can be added without making any changes to the existing solutions that are already being developed on Power Platform. So, and they will automatically integrate with existing solutions that you have created with Power Platform. So it is going to be a very, very smooth and seamless process. So once again, the scalability also comes with a cost effectiveness feature built in here. So investment in expensive custom development is completely going to be out of picture over here. The platform's cloud-based nature also ensures that scaling up or increasing capacity is smooth and cost efficient. Then seamless integration, once again, all the applications that we build, all the web pages that we develop, all the automations, visualizations, dashboards, and everything, they seamlessly integrate with the entire Microsoft ecosystem, which includes Office 365, Dynamics 365, which is once again an enterprise application suite, and the Azure, which is the Microsoft's cloud offering. So this integration facilitates smoother workflows, which enables the users to transition from one tool to another without losing data or context. So at present, let's assume that you are a company of 50 people and you are focusing on your specific operations, your business needs. Then you can start with Power Platform. And in a couple of years, when your company grows to, let's say, 500 and you have a more decent ID team in-house, then you can start using offerings from Microsoft Stable, which is Dynamics 365 and Azure. And you can integrate your Power Platform applications, web pages, automations, workflows, dashboards, everything with those. And you can scale to greater heights with those kind of things. So Power Platform not only integrates with Microsoft ecosystem, but can integrate with a wide range of third-party applications as well, making it easy for businesses to maintain consistency and accuracy across all their operations, meaning that the data stays connected, reducing errors and improving decision-making processes. Now, processing limitations do not come into picture. I do not get your name. It's Zoom user. So processing limitations do not come into picture. It is basically limited by the license that you have taken, the number of users that you have taken, because it is hosted on cloud. So Microsoft's cloud centers or data centers are going to be there. Okay, Mr. Modi has asked a question. I want to learn Power Platform in detail. Does your organization provide some public batch trainings in this field? Yes, we do provide them. And you can, I can ask my support team to send you the email address of our sales team, and you can get in touch with them. All right. Then comes the last but not the least, but most important bit, low-code and no-code development. So Power Platform empowers non-technical users by offering low-code and no-code development environments. This democratizes the entire development process, allowing the employees from different departments, regardless of their technical expertise, to create and deploy solutions that address their specific needs. So for example, if I belong to finance team, then I can create a system in which I can develop an app in which is going to ask the users to upload their invoices. It is going to automatically scan the contents of the invoice. It is going to fill an automated invoice based upon the physical invoice that has been scanned. And it is going to automate. I can automate the process of scanning and then filling up the invoice details for my employees. And the reimbursements can also be made automated in that process. So those kind of automations and applications can be developed by users from different departments. All right. So you can see that these benefits are going to be there, which I'm going to show some of them in the demonstration at the end of this presentation. How the Power Platform enhances operational efficiencies and benefits of brings about benefits such as reduced cost, scalability, and enabling your business to become agile, scalable, and innovative. Now, let us just look at a few statistics that have been compiled by Microsoft. And we are going to just see some statistics which are also there for all of you to see. For example, it has been reported in the Cities Global Technology Conference that there was a 224% ROI increase over a period of 6 months once businesses started adopting Power Platform into their operations. Or users started saving 25% of their time in completing key business processes. Or 97% of Fortune 500 companies are now using Power Platform. So you can see how well entrenched it is into the business ecosystem. There are 33 billion monthly active users globally on the Power Platform ecosystem. Or the development acceleration is almost 35%, even in the companies where there is a dedicated IT team. So even in a company where there's a dedicated IT and developers team available, business users can become power users and they can start developing their own applications for simple business processes, for simple automations, for simple workflows. Most importantly, once they develop those MVPs or minimal viable products, they can ask their IT teams to integrate more complex solutions and more complex workflows into the same applications. And there are, as of now, more than 330,000 organizations which are using Copilot in Power Platform. So as you all know, Copilot is Microsoft's offering, which integrates OpenAI's ChatGPT based models, latest models, which help you to do many things, which not only includes coding and answering your questions on the chatbot, but also we are going to see how chatbot can actually work for you and help you build the applications for you. So we are going to see that as well. Some of the major clients and some of the major companies that are using Power Platform and which have seen some major impact are these. So Cineplex is a multiplex and gaming giant which saves 30,000 hours a year by using platform. Then Community Fiber reduces business process handling times by 85%, which is phenomenal by using Power Automate. So automation comes into picture over here. Evergy saves over 120,000 hours per year with Microsoft Power Platform when it comes to their automations and business process application development. And G&J Pepsi, Cola bottlers, so they are a very large Pepsi bottling company, which uses Power Platform to achieve over USD 1.5 million savings by streamlining development and reducing the overall development and maintenance cost. All right. Now, let us come to some of these solutions that Power Platform has to offer and how these solutions are going to provide us the solutions to the problems that are going to be there in the business. So first of all, we have Power Apps. So Power Apps is basically a tool that allows you to develop mobile apps and desktop applications with low code and no code facility. Even you can make a Power app with a simple, prompt, just like you chat with ChatGPT or any other large language model chatbot. You can give a prompt and it can give you a complete application that can be built in a few minutes time only. So that is a great deal of advantage for business users. Then there are Power Pages. If you want to build a few web pages for your specific work, or if you want to build a complete website with your custom data, which is convenient, you want to create multiple users in the website, you want to create multiple sections in the website. So Power Pages is the solution that you need to look out for. So these two are the development parts in which you get actual products out of the Power Platform tools. Now, Power Apps is basically apps that can run on mobile phones, that can run on tablets, that can run on any machine. For example, it can run on a Mac, a Linux, or a Windows machine because these are going to be web-based, cloud-based applications. Power Pages are going to be websites with URL and everything. You can also register your domain names with the help of this thing. You can integrate your domains with this thing, and it is going to work just like a typical website. Then Power Automate. So that is the automation tool that comes from Microsoft. Okay, so there is a question. I have a Power BI semantic data model that sits in my Power BI service workspace and refreshes daily. I would like to get a copy of the daily refresh data set from the semantic data model into an Excel sheet. That is a question that we can address a little bit later. Okay. Now, then there is Power BI. So once all the data has already been ingested by the system, once all the data has already flowed in, now you want it to be presented to business leaders, to managers, so that they can start making decisions based upon that data. So for example, you want to find out which of the cities is actually making more orders and what is the number of orders or the frequency of the orders, what is the average value of each order. And based upon those specific orders, you want to keep an inventory level in the fulfillment center that is designated for that particular city so that the orders can be serviced faster for that particular city because there is more traffic coming in from that specific city. It can also help you highlight which cities are there which have the potential to grow, but on which probably you are not spending as much marketing efforts, and you can start diverting your marketing efforts to those cities also so that you can gain more market share in those kind of cities. You can also get comparative analysis between multiple aspects. For example, the marketing efforts versus the outcomes that are there in terms of revenue or in terms of profit share and or in terms of number of orders or in terms of number of visitors. So all those kind of things you can get not only for historical data, archival data, but you can also get it for real-time data. So you can create real-time dynamic dashboards from this, right? And answering your specific question, RR, that you want daily daily refresh data set from the semantic data model from into an Excel sheet and get it saved into a team folder every day. So yes, Power Automate can actually help it, and you will need Microsoft Office license or Dynamics license, depending on because you are using Teams. So you will need Microsoft Dynamics 365 license as well as Power Platform license. So these are going to be requirements. Power BI Pro is something you can do, but if you do not have the Dynamic and Power Platform license, then probably you will not be able to do this. At least Power Automate and Teams licenses are required. Now, coming to the Copilot Studio. So Copilot Studio is a studio that allows you to do multiple things. For example, you can upload your documents and get answers for your questions. So if you want to integrate a chatbot into your applications or your chatbot into your website, then Copilot Studio is the place to go. If you want to develop applications in Power Apps by simply using a prompt, then having Copilot Studio when your system is going to help you to simply write a prompt, and it is going to create an application for you. Or if you want to create a new web page or website, for example, to showcase a new category of the products. Let's say you already have a home appliance category, and within the home appliance category, let's say you want to add a new subcategory, let's say dishwashers. So you just need to type in a prompt, for example, within the existing appliance category of my website, add a new category for dishwasher for multiple dishwasher models from XYZ companies. And it is going to create a complete page based upon your existing theme and existing branding colors. And that page can be readily integrated into your existing website, e-commerce website. So that is the advantage of Copilot, because Copilot is integrated into all these applications if you get the Copilot Studio license. Now, let us focus upon these tools one by one and see how these tools are actually going to help us addressing the specific business challenges that we focused upon. So let us first of all talk about Power Apps. So Power Apps allow us to help create custom applications without extensive code. The drag and drop design and rich data connectors are available, and pre-built templates and responsive design for data integration are available. We are just going to see a demo of this particular application at the end of this presentation. Power Apps provide you business agility. How do they do this? So you can build applications that solve business problems, unique business problems that are unique to your businesses. You can integrate it with other Microsoft tools and services to centralize your data and workflows. And most importantly, it can help you increase operational efficiency by streamlining manual processes. So you can see that you can have multiple applications and you can have multiple tabs and store inventory, those kind of things. They can be all generated in a low code and no code environment. Some of the business challenges that are there, which Power Apps can actually help you address, are that first of all, high cost and complexity of the application development. So it reduces your time and cost for application development. That is there. There is difficulty in application adaptation of unique business needs. So business owners, the business users, the functional users know the business processes. They are the owners of the process. So they can describe their process very well to this Copilot helper that is available, assistant that is available, and it can develop the application according to your specific needs. And there is a lack of developer resource to create and deploy the business specific apps. So there is no need for any kind of developer. A business user can start developing the applications that are available for use for any business users. Then comes Power Automate. So Power Automate helps you to automate repetitive tasks and processes. That helps you integrate with more than 300 applications and services, not only from the Microsoft ecosystem, but also from other ecosystems. For example, you already have a Google Workspace account. And instead of an online Excel file, you want to get the data into Google Sheets. Or if the data is being fed into a Google Form, you want to actually automate and process that data. Then Power Automate can help you with that too. Then there are multiple step workflows in which the decisions can be taken. For example, branching. If something happens, for example, if a customer has already made the payment, then there is a different workflow to be processed. And if the order is for cash on demand or cash on delivery, in that case, the workflow would be a little bit different. So you can actually branch or you can make decisions based upon conditions and outcomes of those conditions, that what uh, uh, workflow needs to be executed based upon the outcome of those specific business conditions. As you can see in the diagram also, for example, you specify an action, you specify some sort of block of code that is going to be executed. Then you specify some future actions. Then there is a condition, and outcome of that condition is going to specify whether workflow A or workflow B is going to be executed. So that is something that you can see over there. Can I use Power Pages to create websites and then integrate this with Power BI for creating real-time reports like website traffic? Yes, certainly you can use. But for that specific requirement, you may have to actually get Power Automate also, because Power Automate is going to get the data from Power Pages to Power BI. So there would be a little bit of delay. It would not be absolutely real time. It is going to be soft real time, not hard real time. And next question is, can I write prompts to create workflows in Power Automate? Yes, to some extent you can write, but in the end, you will have to customize those specific questions for your specific needs. Because Copilot or the prompts can only help you to a certain extent, but post that you may need to do some sort of customizations. Now, simplifying complex processes is something that it is going to help you reduce manual efforts by automating approvals, notifications, data entry, and many other things. For example, I gave the example of scanning the invoice and uploading the invoice for approval and reimbursement to the employee account. So the actual reimbursement process can go after a manual approval, but all the other approvals from the finance department and from other people that are involved can be automated. And even the notifications for those approvals can be sent to respective managers and the finance controllers, who can actually move the process along faster, because those notifications would also be automated. And the email or a notification, let's say in Teams, would be shot to those specific people by the automations. You can create multi-step workflows, enhancing productivity across departments, and it is going to help you improve operational accuracy and human error. So you can see that there are going to be different kind of automations, and Microsoft has provided you a library of more than 300 templates of automations that are going to be there. So these templates are basically completely created. If you find that this particular template suits my business's specific needs, then you can use that specific template as is, or you can also make changes to them. And the interface and the drag and drop functionality in Power Automate or every Power Platform tool is so intuitive that it is going to be super easy for even a non-technical user. Now, what are the problems that Power Automate solves to help those problems? So manual tasks and processes are going to be time consuming, and Power Automate is going to help you automate those tasks. In the end, going to reduce your reduce your time consumption, as well as improving the reliability of the overall process. Human error is going to be the repetitive nature of the task. Then obviously people get distracted. They may be unavailable due to sick days or something, and the task may get delayed. So those kind of problems are not going to come. Then there is lack of streamlined workflow automation. As a human, it is our tendency to take shortcuts, and this is very human in nature. So there is no streamlined workflows, and probably because of this, there can be some discrepancies in the workflow. Sometimes somebody may take some extra steps which are not required, or somebody may take some less number of steps which are critical, or miss out on those critical steps. So when you automate things, then every step is actually always executed. And if those steps are not executed, if there is a problem in the workflow execution, then that is notified to the respective people, stakeholders. Now, this notification can go to the specific business user who has triggered the automation, to the people who have created the automation, or to the managers who are monitoring this automation or the entire workflow, who are the business owners of this automation or the process in the real business sense. So those things can be done, and you can bring about more streamlining and synergy in your overall automations. Then Power Pages, coming to Power Pages. So designing, deploying secure and low-code websites for data sharing with external audience is very easy. It is ideal for self-service portals. For example, there's an organization which wants all the employees to, let's say, apply for leaves on there, to check for their balance of leaves, to get the salary slip downloaded, let's say to return an asset or to request an asset or to request some sort of software license or something. So those kind of self-serving requirements can be fulfilled by pages, websites, self-serving portals that you can build. Similarly, self-serving portals can be built for customers. Let's say if you are running an e-commerce company, or let's say if you are running a customer-facing service company, then the customers might require you to actually address their specific challenges. And for those challenges, you can actually use a chatbot that has integrated into your Power Pages website to address those answers, which is going to get the answers from your database, from your data set, from your policies, from your guidelines, and answer them for those specific questions and help them in the process by hand holding them going forward. You can have responsive design. Responsive design is something that for different screen sizes, the website adjusts automatically in its this thing. An application is always going to remain static when it comes to its dimensions. But a responsive website, if you open it in on a mobile in a portrait manner, it is going to render properly. If you open it in landscape manner, it is going to render properly. If you open it in tablets or laptops or even widescreen desktops, it is going to render properly. So that is a responsive design. And every Power Page, web page, and website is automatically responsive, integrated with data sources and advanced security features, which help you develop websites which are compliant to the strictest of privacy laws, whether it is GDPR when it comes to Europe, or whether it is HIPAA or PCI or PII regulations in other jurisdictions, such as US. Now, why should we use Power Pages to develop our own websites? Once again, the basic premise remains the same, that if we are an SME, if we do not have a tech team, and if we want to reduce the cost in something, those kind of things are going to be there. But business users know their business the best. So if you want to get a secure website with minimal effort and coding expertise, Power Pages is the place to go. It offers you a multitude of templates and design tools for easy customization. You can create a blog, you can create a shopping website, you can create a website, let's say for a training institute or a higher education institution. You can create a website for an NGO, you can create a website for a manufacturing company, you can create a website for, let's say, a consultancy service. Whatever kind of service that you are offering, you can create your personal website in which you can promote your own brand, yourself as a brand or as a service provider. So you can create any website. You can easily integrate videos, different kind of multimedia images. You can integrate different kind of documents. You can provide those resources for download to your users. You can also have login facility integrated into your website, in which different people are going to log in, and they are going to see different categories of services based upon the roles assigned to them. So all of this you can do with the help of a low-code or no-code environment such as Power Pages. And it is going to take care of all these standards and your security requirements. How user can log in Power Pages, and do they need Microsoft account or license also? Microsoft account is required to license Power Platform, but when you make a website in which multiple users can log in and see different services, for that particular facility, you do not need, or your clients or customers do not need Microsoft account. So you can provide different kind of login facilities. For example, you can provide login with Microsoft, login with Apple, login with Google, login with Meta, Facebook accounts. So you can provide third-party authentication. You can provide single sign-on facility also, but that is going to be a little bit tricky, and you will require the help of a technical person to integrate single sign-on facility in your application. You can also provide a simple registration form in which the user would input their email ID and create a password. They will get a verification email with a link on their email ID. And once they verify their email address, their account would automatically get created, and they can then log into the portal. You can then log into the portal. You can add steps such as that once a user registers, it has to be, what do you say, moderated by an administration user, that, okay, only the moderated users or the allowed users, the whitelisted users can go there. Can we do MFA with authenticator? Yes, you can do MFA with authenticator. It is typically like SSO, but it is going to be a more complex process, and you will require, let's say, the services of a Power Platform developer or a Power Platform solution architect. Now, once again, addressing the challenges, the specific challenges that we discussed earlier. So first of all, you have limited expertise to develop websites in-house. So that is automatic. Uh, there's a question from someone. Someone is on unmute. Okay. So there is no need for having any great deal of expertise when it comes to developing your websites. So you can enable website creation with minimal coding. A little bit of coding obviously goes as you start increasing the complexity of the solution that you are developing. For example, if you want user authentication, user login facility, then some sort of coding would go into it. If you want to integrate your Power BI, for example, the Power BI dashboards that you have created and you want them to be displayed on Power Pages, then some sort of integration and some sort of coding would be required. But that is once again a little coding, not too much. So those kind of things require coding. But if you want to create a plain vanilla website, when I say plain vanilla, it means plain vanilla in functionality, not in design, because the templates that are available on Power Pages are literally fantastic and mind-blowing. Then you can build custom websites, which were earlier, what do you say, very expensive and slow. The images were not optimized or the pages were not optimized. So they would take a lot of time to load on slower internet connections, or there would be too many items to load and there would be many scripting errors. So those kind of problems are automatically taken care of Power Pages. Finally, the website lacked engaging and smooth user experience. Consistency is the biggest problem that websites face. And large enterprises spend millions of dollars to simply get a consistent user interface and user experience. So that you can do with minimum effort when it comes to your Power Pages websites. So you can create responsive and user-friendly websites which are consistent. You can add your brand colors, whatever the colors your brand, the theme, the fonts, and everything you can customize without the knowledge of any kind of coding facility for simple websites. Now, Power BI, that is the data visualization and data analytics platform that is available in Power Platforms. So you can connect, model, and visualize data from multiple sources. You can create interactive dashboards and reports, and it can also help you gain real-time analytics, AI insights, and integration with diverse data sources, which includes SQL databases, MS Excel, BigQuery, MongoDB, and so on. So you might not know BigQuery is a big data service provider from Google, right? MongoDB is a third-party NoSQL data service. So these kind of services can also be integrated. So you can get data from comma-separated values, the CSV files, which is plain text format. You can get data from MS Excel files. You can get data from multiple sources. And Power Query is going to help you create reports. You can drill down into those reports. You can create dashboards which get updated in real time. Once again, it is not hard real time, it is soft real time, but it gets updated very frequently. Now, some of the capabilities and benefits of using Power BI would be that it is going to help you turn raw data into interactive and shareable reports. So you can share the reports on any screen. Power BI can be installed on mobile also, and you can use those reports on your mobile phones, so on the go. For example, you see that in a country, if your sales are going into multiple countries, so you can see which country is having how much of sales. If you click upon that country, you would see how many states or provinces within that country are actually ordering your stuff. If you click upon one of these states, you can see which cities are actually ordering your stuff and how much amount and how much volume is there. You can also see different kind of things. This is called drilling down. So at each click, you drill down more into the data. So if your data has that many details, you can build those many drill down reports or drill down visualizations for your data. And you can also, we are just going to see that you can also see this data not only in the form of bar charts or heat maps, you can also see that actually in the physical map of that particular country or region, geography. So that is also possible with Power BI. We are going to see that in the demonstration that we are going to have. It can help you with advanced data modeling and reporting with easy collaboration. So multiple people can start working on these things. And collaboration is something that is a great deal of effort Microsoft has put into across all the Power Platform tools. So multiple people can work on the single automation. Multiple people can work on single application. For example, I might be changing the fonts and the icons on the application, and somebody might be changing the code behind the scenes. So if there is a Power user, if there is a Power Platform developer, they can start working on the complex coding part, while I, as a business user, can actually focus upon the look and feel, the UI UX part of the application. Similarly, Power Pages or Automate or Power Apps or Power BI, they all allow collaboration in real time. And you can see the changes that different users are making to the specific page or application or dashboard that other people are making in the real time. It helps you improve forecasting and data-driven planning. So you can see that there are different kind of charts and visualizations that are available. So as you can see, there is a geographical chart or forecasting by location. Those kind of things are available or possible with Power BI. Once again, addressing the challenges that we discussed earlier. So those challenges are lack of real-time insights that Power BI automatically solves with the help of real-time analytics and dashboards. Visualization is something that is a very big problem. For example, let me go back to the previous slide. If you see this kind of visualization, that what are the regions where you are getting a great amount of traction from. For example, you are looking that a few of the states are darker blue in color, few of the states are lighter shade of the blue, and some of the states are gray in color. So it is quite likely that the states that are gray in color in this USA, whether it is Atlanta or let's say, I suppose it is New Jersey or some other states on the north. So these states are probably showing no traffic or no sales or no marketing campaigns that are right now available over there. So this can actually help you direct your efforts that, okay, need I focus more on California or need I focus more on some other state which is having less amount of traction going on. So that completely depends upon business managers. So this kind of visualization is going to help you a lot. Fabric is not part of Power Platform. So Fabric is, no, Fabric is not same as Power BI. So Data Fabric is something else. It provides you a connected service across all the applications that use data. Whether it is, so any application that has anything to do with data sets and data, whether it is Power BI, whether it is application that is pulling data from the Fabric, those kind of things. So Fabric comes into picture over there. And Microsoft Fabric is basically part of Microsoft Dynamic 365, or it can be licensed separate as a separate service. It is not part of Power Platform. But you do not get explicit access to Microsoft Fabric with Power Platform, but all the data that is when you create any application, when you create any website, when you create pull data into this thing, it goes into Microsoft Dataverse, which is hosted, which is a service of Microsoft Fabric. So in effect, you are using Microsoft Fabric, but you cannot make any adjustments or changes to the way in which your data is stored or processed by Microsoft Fabric tools and services. That that would be the correct answer. Moving on. Then typically in a business, there is over-reliance on static reports, which are stale, so to say. And these stale reports can actually help you lose business. So if you do not want to lose business, then probably you have to start working with real-time data, and which is going to help a better collaboration going forward. Now, the final tool, that is the Copilot Studio, which helps you create AI-driven workflows. So you can create custom copilots. I believe that all of you must have experienced one or the other LLM chatbots, the most famous being ChatGPT by OpenAI. Similarly, Microsoft has launched its own chatbot, which is Copilot, which is based upon OpenAI's ChatGPT models, but it is not the same. It has many facilities integrated into it. For example, ChatGPT, the free version of the ChatGPT does not have any access to web. It does not have any access to the latest information, and so on. But when you start using Copilot, which is the Microsoft's layer or wrapper around ChatGPT, it has access to web, it has the access to the latest information, and the answers of Copilot are far better as compared to the ChatGPT responses to some of the questions, as you can see. But the free version of Copilot allows you only a limited number of questions and responses every day. But if you purchase Power Platform, if you get the license for Power Platform, you will get Copilot Studio. So it gives you the ability to create custom Copilots. For example, you have all the HR policies related to leave, absenteeism, appraisal, and many other aspects related to employee management and satisfaction. You can use all those policies, you can upload all those policies in a custom Copilot chatbot. And this chatbot is going to use the prevalent jurisdictional rules and regulations. For example, right now we are sitting in India. So all the prevalent labor laws, all the prevalent laws that are applicable on the IT industry would be used because you have to feed all those them, as well as the organizational data policies from DataCouch. We can feed all those into the custom chatbot that we are creating. And this is going to create all these the chatbot that will be created can address all the questions of our employees. So for example, if I use the chatbot and I can ask a question that how many leaves are remaining in the current financial year for me. So it can say that every employee is granted 15 casual leaves, and out of that you have taken 7 leaves. So 8 is there in your balance. So those kind of responses would be available. And if I want, it can also give me the specific references to the policies and documents. All right. Then you can use AI to create dynamic and multi-turn conversation. Now, a turn in a conversation is, for example, you are talking about the leaves, and now you suddenly take a turn, for example, that let's assume that if I'm working remotely, then how many leaves are available for me? Or if you take a turn such as that, let's say if I'm traveling on business and if there is a holiday in between and I'm traveling during that holiday also, will my leave balance increase or not? So it is probably going to give you the answer according to the company policy that instead of giving an additional casual leave to you, it is going to allow you a compensatory leave. For example, if you are traveling on a Saturday, which is typically a company holiday, in that case, it is going to allow you a compensatory leave in future, and you can take any casual leave and compensate it against the holiday or the week off that you were working. So that is a turn in the conversation that you are taking, and it can allow you multiple turns without getting confused because it is grounded in your company data. It is grounded in the policies that you have created. Uh, it can also chain plugins. So plugins, for example, uploading the documents, it can chain plugin for, let's say, reading the PDF documents or reading the images and giving you the description of the images, those kind of plugins. You can also chain it to search the web or to search specific websites only to give you the answers rather than searching the entire web. So you can whitelist or blacklist certain domains or certain IP addresses. So those kind of things are available through plugins in the custom chatbots or copilots that you are going to create. Chatbots is the generic term, and Copilot is the term that is used by Microsoft ecosystem. And you can import custom GPTs also. So if you already have access to OpenAI's GPT facility and you have created some custom GPTs, so you can import them, or you can, if you have purchased or subscribed to some custom GPTs built by other developers or other teams, you can, and if those GPTs are actually working fine for you, then you can import those GPTs within your Copilot and get a single view of the entire chatbot ecosystem. So you can manage all the chatbots and copilots from a single location. Now, these can be chatbots. These can be integrated into different tools that we are going to see how Power Apps has integrated Copilot into itself. And they can also be a standalone application that can help you automate your workflows. All right. Are there application templates readily available for HR appraisals in the help desk, etc.? IT help desk. Certainly, Shravan. So there are different application templates that are available in Power Apps, that are available in Power Pages, that are available for even Power BI. So depending on the kind of work, Microsoft has provided hundreds of templates in different applications. Most of the common workflows which are related to HR, appraisals, IT help desk, operations, finance, those kind of things are already there, and you can always customize them. Uh, Once again, public batches, you can reach out to our support team. Support team can reply to you with our email address, and you can reach out to them for public batches for Power Platform. Okay, so you can create personalized AI assistants for different things. For example, you can create an HR bot, you can create a finance bot, you can create a customer service bot, you can create, let's say, if you are an insurance company, you can create a claims support bot. When the customers want to file their claim, they can go for that. You can create a sales bot, which can help the customers through the process. In that process, you can not only reduce the workload on your agents and filter out the non-serious claims or non-serious queries from customers, or which can be addressed with a simple thing, and transfer only those queries or claims or questions from the customers which are very, very important or crucial or complex for the chatbot to handle. So up to an extent, your agents would have more time to address the challenges that the customers or the employees are facing. So human agents can be employed for more creative and more complex works rather than burdening them with even simple calls such as what is the policy number on my document. And they are helping them figure out that where is the policy document printed on the document that they have downloaded or printed. So those kind of things can actually help your customer facing teams as well. AI-driven actions are going to be there, and we are just going to look at the actual examples of those AI-driven actions. So I'm not going to delve into that. Flexible integrations is a great deal of advantage with Copilot Studio. So flexibility helps you in many ways. For example, the flexibility can be, for example, you want to integrate dashboard reports from Power BI, and you want to integrate the functionality of an automation, or you want to trigger an automation from within your Power Pages website. So those kind of integrations between Power BI and Automate can actually be done with the help of Copilot Studio. Now, I'm taking example of Power BI and Automate. There can be multiple connectors at the back of these two tools also, which are getting data from multiple diverse and different sources. So that can be there. So let me just conclude this thing. There can be governance and control benefits that you can gain from this. And once again, addressing the challenges that this is there. So this is something which I've already addressed, that the co-pilots that you create, the chatbots that you create can take the workload of your customer chatbots. Once again, complexity can be reduced a great deal because most of the queries would be addressed by these chatbots. And the complexity of managing customer, I'm so sorry. This is repeated. So you can create easily deployable, customizable chatbots, which can integrate with multiple tools. Now, seamless integration, as you can see, that the data sources can be as diverse. There are connectors available for external sources within the Microsoft Dataverse and Microsoft ecosystem. The integration is straightforward and seamless. And with third-party integrations or data sources, you need require connectors. You have the tool Power BI for analyze. You have the tool for automation, that is Copilot Studio, the Power Automate and Power Apps. And you have Power Pages and Copilot Studio, which can help you act on the information. The cloud services, including Microsoft 365, which is the Office suite with the increased number of tools and applications, Dynamics, Azure, and PowerFX. PowerFX is the background language that is used for all these Power Platform applications. And you can create standalone applications and integrate them with this thing. All right. Third-party integrations are going to be many. For example, you can see there are a list of connectors that are available from multiple whether it is Adobe applications, whether it is 365 training, AccuWeather, Agilite, and so on. And there are multiple applications that you can actually connect with them. Now, let us go to the demonstration part of this. So let me just first of all give you the Power BI background. Because of the confidentiality reason, I'm going to simply use a Power BI playground, which you all can access. Let me just share the link for this with all of you in chat. So you can access this at your end also. I'm not using any account for this thing. I'm not signed in into this thing. So you can see that this is a generic user I'm using. So let us go to this thing and showcase. Let us go to showcase. So this is a demo organization that Power BI uses. So if you go and learn anything related to Power BI, it is going to show you this organization, that is the Contoso. And you can see that the data is there. This is a live report. This is the list view of the report that you can see. You can easily scroll the data. This is a simple data set. And let me just change something over here. So let me just use only the APAC region. And you can see that the report has completely changed. Let me just add Canada, France, and India to this. And you can see that it changes to these different regions over there. Let me just focus upon India only. And you are going to see that the data updates as well as the chart also updates. You are going to see that the total spend, the day since last purchase, and the last purchase category also changed when I click upon any of these things. So let me click upon APAC. Here we see day since last purchase as 0 to 30, and the total spend is $500 to $799. Let us click upon APAC. If I change the range, so let's say make it 249, and it changes like this. So I can change multiple sections, and this kind of interaction provides me with the capability. If I'm a business manager, this kind of interaction with my data provides me with the insights which were impossible to visualize earlier. And this interaction is going to help me unlock many more ideas for my business. How do I grow my business? How do I identify the roadblocks and challenges and move ahead? Let me just go to personalization part. So for example, if I want to see different kind of visualizations, you can see that there are different kind of visualizations. So you have heat maps, you have bar chart with a line chart, you have percentage charts, then you have the histograms, you have the column charts and so on. So let me just, if I say that I don't want specific visualizations, I can use this kind of drop down. And this is not only available for this demonstration purpose, you can actually create a dynamic dashboard. And for example, let's say Mudit is logged into the system right now, Power BI, to check the reports. And I do not want to show them some sort of reports. For example, I do not want to show the first 4 reports in the system to Mudit. Then only the remaining 5 reports are going to be shown. I can actually control this kind of behavior with Power BI. And if I want to show other reports or all the reports to, let's say, the manager, then I can use this. If I want different kind of layouts, it is going to be different kind of layouts. This is actually what you can do with Power BI. And this is how it is going to be. Let me just click upon this thing. Let me expand it. This is kind of drilling down that I'm doing. If I click upon this, it is going to give me some focus. And if I go back to report, you will see it is still highlighted, and all the relevant data which is relevant to only this particular state, which is Indiana, is going to be there. If I click upon, let's say, California, then all the reports that are related to California are going to be updated automatically. Let me customize the theme for you. You can actually customize, you can actually use the themes to customize your data. So you can see, for example, there are divergent colors. So these divergent colors can be there. If I want a dark background, okay, so dark background does not go well with the theme. So I can choose those kind of things. This is how you can customize your reports according to your tastes and preferences. Then different report views can be captured. For example, there are different saved views. For example, if I just want to go for Q1. So this is a saved view. I do not need to change anything. I just need to go to a particular view. It is going to change the timelines, and it is going to update the data for that specific quarter only. If I click upon Q2, you will see that it has updated itself to Q2, and the data has also changed. If I drill up, it is going to show me the data That is at the higher level of this particular report. If I drill down, then it is going to drill down on the data. So you can go and check all these things. For example, if I do not want some specific thing, let's say, let me go to this thing and I can capture any particular view. I can change the view according to my specific requirements. For example, I want a specific time period, which is very custom to me. It is not a quarter, but I want a specific date duration. I can click upon this. I can give it a name. So let's say I give it a name as test view. I save it and test view is available. If I click upon all year, it goes to all year. If I click upon test view, it goes to test view and so on. So this is the Power BI playground. The demo for this is, you can check it out on your own. Let me go to Power Apps. Now, for creating an application, I'm thankful to my teammate, Aman Raturi, who has created this account for this specific this thing. Let me just show you how I can use Copilot to simply build an application, a working application with the help of a prompt. It might take a few minutes, some time to build, but let me just show it. Create an app for user registration for a concert which is part of a multi-city tour in India in the duration of January 2025 to March 2025. All right. So let's just see if it builds the application for me or not. It is going to take some time. It is going to set up all the processes. It has created two tables to capture the data for the users and the concert. If I want to actually check the data, I can click upon this particular entity or data. I can click upon view data. It is going to give me sample data. John Doe, John Wright, Michael Smith, Emily Johnson, David Brown, Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Kolkata, Chennai, and some of the dummy phone numbers and this thing. And you can see that the India country code is here, +91. Let me click upon the view data for concert. And it is giving you music fest, rock show, pop concert, jazz night, classical music, the concert name, the city name, the dates. And that is how you can see that that is from January 15th till March 25. And the timings are also given over there, right? I can click upon the ownership properties. And if I want to delete something, I can delete. If I want to add more tables, I can add those things. If I'm comfortable with it, so what would you like to do? And okay, save and open app. I have not done anything. Sorry, I have not done anything. I've just given a prompt and I've just checked my data. No code application development. Just look at the power of Copilot integration with Power Platform. So as I told you, this is the specific account my teammate Aman has created specifically for the purpose of this demonstration. That is why you are seeing his name over there. He's a tech lead. And the application is loading. I'll show you some screens and yep, it is loading. Give it a few seconds more. This is all happening on cloud, Microsoft Cloud, Azure. and none of it is happening on my machine, local machine. But you can create applications that you can download on your local machines also, or on-prem applications. So see the preview. Let me just skip it right now. So it is giving you some screens. So there are screens. Within the screen, you can see a screen container. Now these components have been added for you, and these components are going to help you uh, identify the various aspects within this. So there is a table container, there is a body container. Within the table container, you can see the table name label, the home button, the office label. Then body container has sidebar container, which is the sidebar, this thing. Then within that, you have the search container, that is the search box. You have the new, if you want to add a new user, then separator and records gallery, that is the gallery. Within the gallery, you will find specific records. So for example, if I click upon the name, you will see that this is the title. If I click upon this thing, it is going to give the subtitle and so on. So let me just click upon preview the app, F5. This is the application that has been built for me. If I click upon any of the records, you can see that the records are updating. If I, let's say, want to update the record of John Doe to Madad Hitan and madad@datacouch.io. Sorry, datacouch.io. And let us just leave all the other information just like that. You can see that the information is uploaded. This information is temporary information. It is not yet saved on the data store because I'm not deploying the application. This is only in testing phase. This is only in the development phase. This is not how users are going to actually use the application, that they log on to Power Platform and they start using the application by clicking upon the play button or the F5. You can actually make the application, test the application here, end-to-end testing you can do. Once you are satisfied with the application testing, then you can deploy it on your Microsoft Power Platform account. And in that case, once the user downloads the application on their mobile phones, they can start working on it. And as you can see, there are different views of these applications. So let's say it is into the tablet view. Let me go to Apple view or some other. Let's say, let's go to Samsung Galaxy or window size or the canvas size. So you can see the application is also responsive. It is not only the web pages which are going to be responsive, the application itself is very responsive in nature, right? Now, let me just close this thing and let me go to the concert screen. And this is the concert screen. Let me play this for you. And this is the concert which is there. If I want to change the date or the time of this music fest, I can change the time. Let's say that it begins at not 7. Right now, it is giving me the time in 24-hour format, and I can change that if I know some sort of coding. So let us just assume that I do not know any kind of coding. So it starts at 1900 hours and it goes on till, let's say, 2300 hours in the evening. And I click on save. And if I come back to this, I can see that it starts at 1900 hours and it goes on till 2300 hours. That is from 7 in the evening till 11 in the night. And once again, you can click upon the mobile phone and let's say Samsung Galaxy. And this is how the application is going to look like. These are the list of applications. I click upon this. This is the information that I'm getting. If I click on edit, it is going to give me this kind of view. So some elements might not reflect properly in a, mobile view, and you may have to change the orientation of the screen, and some of the elements might look proper in the system. All right. So this is the entire demo that I had to give. Any questions at this point? All right. So let me stop the presentation. And Urmika, you can take over from here. If you have any questions, you can drop them in chat. And this recording would also be available on our YouTube channel. Urmika, please go ahead.
So before we conclude, I kindly ask everyone to take a moment to complete the feedback form shared in the chat. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to Mudit for delivering such an informative and engaging session today. I trust you found the insights as valuable as I did. For those who missed any part of the session or wish to revisit the material for today's session, a recording will be available on the DataCouch YouTube channel. The link of the recording will be shared on our social media channels and in our monthly newsletter. If you have any further questions or would like to explore additional resources, please feel free to reach out to us at hello@datacouch.io. To stay updated on our upcoming sessions and access more valuable content, please subscribe to our social media channels and join our meetup groups. The relevant links are available in the chat. Thank you for your participation today. We look forward to welcoming you at our next event. Wishing you a wonderful rest of the day or evening and a great weekend. Thank you, everyone, for your participation.